This week, we share all our feelings on John Cena's retirement match, and we cover a gimmick that somehow might still get over today. This is Squared Circle Spotlight.
I'm the architect building every segment clean. Got a plan for the pod, I'm the mind of the team. Keep the chaos in check when the mics go live. I'm the one making sure this madness survives. We break kayfabe, hit deep cuts and truth. Welcome to the ring, yeah, we bring that proof. Cowabunga kid, bro, I'm high on the vibes. Dropping random facts that don't even jive. That you know Macho Man played baseball once. Forget the topic, yo, that's part of the stunt. Singing so bad they circle the block, but the crowd still pops when I start to talk. It's Kathy, baby, got that punk rock soul. I'm cool with the stars, but I still play ball. Voice of reason in the circus of sound. I keep these fools feet on the ground. From backstage gossip to headline hits, I'm the friend to the famous with zero nonsense. Master of lunch, call me Charlie the Brain. Historian of pain in the squared circle game. Got hot takes burning like a steel chair shot. Dropping knowledge so deep you'll need a title shot. From old school vibes to new gen flair. If it's got a logo, I'll be rocking the wear. With a crew in the booth, dropping elbow true. From legends to memes, we bring the proof. Mic check 1, 2, let the crowd all sing. Welcome to the pod, step into the ring.
All right, I got to start off this week. Jeremy, how you feeling, bud? It was a rough night for you last night, John Cena losing.
You know what? I'm happy it's over, but I won't say anything until we get to that segment. Let's just say that. I'm not happy, but I'm happy that it's done.
I will say there's a lot to talk about there. But I know Jeremy lost some sleep last night. I was getting messages at 2 a.m, just weeping over John Cena's last match, weeping that he lost to Gunther. But we'll get into all that.
Not during the match, I'll say that much.
We'll talk about it. We got some topics tonight, so we'll do a little merch table. We got some new stuff, kind of new stuff, I guess. A throwback. We'll get into our deep dive of Saturday night's main event and John Cena's retirement match. And then we have a gimmick of the week, and I'll give you a hint. Someone is already dressed like that gimmick. So if you're into weird gimmicks, you'll get the joke. There you go. Jeremy doesn't normally dress like that. And
he's
just
more
want to shout out everybody.
Brother right now.
Shout out everybody that checked out last week's episode. It was our first in-studio super show. We gave our awards for 2025, everything in wrestling. So thank you, everybody, checking that out. Still up on YouTube, still going up in views. Thank you again. Everybody that also checks it out, make sure you subscribe, give a like as well. We greatly appreciate it. One other call out, I see a shiny new artifact behind Charlie there. Congratulations again to Charlie, our first Squared Circle Spotlight World Champion. We'll see how
you finally got the belt.
Thank you. Feel a little bit like John Cena. I know.
We've got a couple more. See if somebody can take that from you after Royal Rumble.
No,
so
it's not gonna happen.
I'm coming. Also, nice job with the Brother Love last week. If you guys didn't see that, check out the episode.
Phenomenal.
It's very good. We even got got a shout out from the people in the studio. The engineers gave you a shout out. They said it was good, so it must have been good. So let's jump into it. We've got our merch table for this week. That's true. I've been there. Let's jump into our merch table. We got some new merch that's kind of a throwback. So we're going to start it off with a legend here. We've covered this guy in our gimmick of the week, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, but we're covering the brand. You see that little logo there? That's the LJN logo, kids. This goes back to the 80s. So back in the 80s, we had LJN figures. These are the OGs. These are like the first. I don't think there are any before that. Charlie can correct me. But LJNs were kind of the first wrestling figures. I will also say these are my second least favorite type of figure that WWE has ever released. You got these, and I think you guys know the other ones. We've talked about it. Any guesses?
Bendies.
The bleeders, the sweaters.
Well, those are bad, yes. But the Bendums.
Those are
the
freakishly
Bendums and the
bad.
Yeah, the
LJNs.
rubbery ones.
Yeah, you can't do anything with these. These are at least the LJNs have a cool pose. Bendums were just stuck like this.
Yeah.
So we got Dusty. They released 4 new ones on Black Friday. So I got Dusty and then one just for Charlie. We got Logan Paul. I bought this one first, specifically for you, my friend. Look at the craftsmanship. The
Terrible.
Maverick. Logan Paul.
Shredded.
You can't find them. There's no more Logan Pauls on the shelves. Go look. I got a Logan Paul. It also comes. Cool thing about these, I was tempted to open it right behind the card they have here. There's a poster as well. I was tempted to open it to see the poster, but I couldn't do it.
Nope.
I wouldn't even buy a double because these are not cheap for a big rubber figure. These are like $25
That's a
a pop.
callback to the original.
So yeah, I don't know if I do
Jesus.
doubles. Yeah, I am still looking for the other 2 though. So if anybody knows where to get them, a Hogan and a Cena. Cena will probably be gone for a while now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, good luck with that one.
Yeah. They are going to release some more supposedly, so we'll see what other ones come out. Maybe we'll get our Gimmick of the week in there. So we'll see.
Just real quick. That was Dusty looked cool. Right? Here's a newer version of Dusty. It's from 2024, right? What a terrible figure from Mattel. I mean, they put the birthmark on him. I mean, okay, granted he does have a birthmark, but it's very noticeable. And look at his face. He's not getting funky like a monkey. He's I mean, that's a bad figure. That goes in the trash bin.
That's a rough one.
That's a rough one.
Again, when we talked about his Gimmick of the week, I am convinced somebody had it out for Dusty. I mean, maybe just Vince. Even to 2024, they still had it out for him. The bad figure.
Yeah. But yeah. Let's emphasize the birthmark.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, they're not even getting like their body proportions or their faces right, but let's get the body mark. That's it. We're gonna get that, perfect proportion.
Accentuate
all details.
that.
That's what we're gonna concentrate on.
Detail.
Yeah.
Right.
Real good.
And they made him look like a doofus too.
Yeah.
I mean, they put him in polka dots, so why not make the figure look like a doofus too? But I digress. That was our merch table. That's a quick one. Wanted to save some time for the meat and potatoes of our episode. Saturday night's main event, John Cena's retirement. There is a lot to talk about, and we'll get into Cena specifically. But before we do that, let's get through the other matches first, because there were other matches on the card, believe it or not.
2,
We're going to start. We'll go in order here. Let's go with Cody Rhodes versus Oba Femi, which opened the night. Let's go, Jeremy. You got that comment.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Start
us off.
What a premature ending. That match needed to be 10 minutes longer. Me and Joe discussed this. It was finally starting to get a little traction. And then you get a disqualification because McTyrion comes in. Come on, that was terrible. Like, can Cody not win an exhibition? Or lose one? Excuse me. Like, there's nothing ever clean for it to be the right way to run that type of storyline. Like, there's just a bump. Like, something's gonna happen and it's not good to make him liked more. And this didn't do anything to help that.
Either did that comment. I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I just want to see a match. And
he's
No, I get
watching
it.
wrestling now, so he's very passionate about it.
he's flustered. He's flustered. I think everyone that watched that match was flustered. I will say this though, I'm not a big NXT guy, but Oba Femi, is that how you pronounce it? He was impressive. I mean, and they made him look like he ragdolled Cody around for a while. You know, that guy looks like he's main event ready. Not main event ready. I'm sorry, call up ready. Smart booking to have nobody really take the L, but lazy booking as well.
Yeah, I thought it was a weird matchup. Like there could have been a way better matchup for Cody Rhodes. I think unless that was really just the point they were trying to make, it was just like you said, make Cody a ragdoll for a little while and then see what happens because it obviously didn't end in any benefit for either of them. So I guess that served its own purpose, but it's entertaining enough.
I think the theme, right?
I think it was getting entertaining.
Yeah, but you're on so it's John Cena's night, right? If they want to, they can't have this go 30 minutes. You know, I think it was a good. I didn't hate it. I hated the ending, but I didn't hate it because you got this guy and he just, manhandled and then started to have a decent match with the world champion. So, for what it's worth, that was pretty, impressive. But the ending kind of soured me on it, but I don't hate it as much as you do, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm going with Jeremy on this. This is rare. Yeah, I'm going with him. I think they really messed this up. I was really looking forward to this match, actually. So I really like Oba Femi. I don't like Cody Rhodes, but I would have been fine. I know I said in our group text that I would have had a rant if Cody won clean. I would have preferred a clean win by anyone over that ending. This was a stupid ending. First of all, you're making Drew look bad again. Drew's going to get his millionth title shot and lose that title shot. We know that already. It's written in his contract. He has to lose every title shot. But then, like Jeremy said, if this match had 10 more minutes, it was just starting to pick up. I think it could have gotten really good. It kind of stopped right as it was shifted into that next gear, which sucked. But then also, why even have the match if that's going to be the ending, right? You can have, if you have Oba Femi win, you're putting him over to be that next guy. When he comes up, he's going to be a huge star. Or you have Cody Rhodes win, which everyone would kind of expect. He's the guy. Oba Femi's the new guy. And you can make Oba Femi look really good even in a loss. Why even have the match? Like, feed Cody Rhodes some. They just gave Oba Femi the title so he could have this match with Cody, and then we get this garbage. So definitely let down. And this is where I'll give AEW, I'm tying it back, some credit. I've dove into AEW a little bit this week, and I watched Winter is Coming, and I'm going to compare it here. You had the main event was Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston, right? Both of them are badasses. You don't want to see either one of them lose, but they ended clean. You made Eddie Kingston lose. Samoa Joe gets the win, and that's the way it goes. In sports, your favorite team is going to lose sometimes. So just a clean finish. Right. That's all I ask. They gave us garbage.
It's too much like that. It's not even this specific instance, but they're just relying on that storyline too much right now. So now that it's happened, you're even more annoyed that it's happened because it's already happened 6 times in the last 3 weeks. So you're just, especially with Drew McIntyre, that poor guy literally is just getting shit on left and right with his storylines. And he is the guy that comes in and ruins everything. So and that's not a fault of his own. That is genuinely just how it's written for him, unfortunately.
Yep.
And I think the theme,
and that's a guy that you could easily make the guy of your company. Look at him.
Yeah.
And this is what he's getting.
He's always this close.
Yeah.
Eventually, like I keep saying, it has to happen eventually. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is where it finally turns and he goes for the title, and I don't really know.
I don't see it happening.
Not yet. It's too early.
You guys are being a bunch of negative Nancys. Take the positive away. The kid from NXT got to go with the world champion toe-to-toe with them on a major spotlight show. He got a lot
And
of exposure.
I'll give that credit for this entire pay-per-view. Like, this was probably one of the most watched ones of the year. And they put such a big spotlight on NXT, which I thought was awesome. They could have done all sorts of things and pushed their own guys and done whatever. They put the main concentration on this entire pay-per-view on NXT, and that was really cool for those guys.
Yeah, I think the card overall, and we said this yesterday when we were talking, I think this was better than War Games. I think this whole card was better than the War Games card. So it was good. I think this match got the legs cut out from under it, though, with that ending.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's jump into our next one. Jeremy really liked this one. Heard all about it during the match. We had Bailey versus Sol Ruka, and he loved the ending. I know Jeremy loved the ending, specifically the pin. You want to talk about it, Jeremy?
Oof. She's really pretty. I'll give her that. I'll say that. I'll be very nice today. But
you gotta be proper. You got the outfit on.
Yeah.
I gotta sell the gimmick, right? But she's really good. Like, she's very nimble. She seems to have a good carry to herself in the ring. Like, she's got some talent. I definitely want to see her come up more and see what she can do, because she moves well in the ring. She's athletic, and she's got a few high-flying moves that she pulled off really well, like that cartwheel over the rope. That was really pretty.
She's a spot monkey. I completely disagree. I don't care for her at all. And Bailey's turned into, I don't care for her at all. Even though someone in our group chat, I believe the phrase was, she has a nice shitter.
No, that was Bailey. I think he was talking about Bailey.
That was about Bailey. Sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people like her, but to me, yeah, she's just a spot monkey. Joe?
So what about her specifically? Because I completely disagree. I was going to say she's one of the best of the night. What is your beef with her?
Again, it's just like they talked about it, right? They talked about her scholarship, that she had some weird sport, and she's only been doing this a couple years, and how athletic she is. And yeah, the moves are awesome. The moves are great, but you didn't tell me a story. You put a bunch of flippy flops together.
Yeah, but none of them have a story
when she comes to the WWE. Right now, just show that she has a ceiling that's really high. So you got to mold her with the right gimmick, and she could take off.
Not even that. I think she actually had the most story. They had her ringside. For I don't even remember what it was. She was ringside, like taunting Bailey. It was a whole thing. That if anything, I think she had. Obviously, there's no long-term story, but there was some interaction before yesterday.
I could see what you're saying a little bit, Charlie. I don't necessarily agree. I think, yes, I'm not big on that spot monkey style, but this was kind of like you said, there's no story. Well, there wasn't really a story because it was NXT call-ups versus, main roster guys. So this was her chance to show what she can do and show what she's about. So I think it was purposely a little more over the top. If she gets called to the main roster, you won't see that every match. I think it was purposely just to show she's a high flyer. Look at what she can do. That finisher, the Soul Snatcher, is awesome. You probably don't like it because there's a flip involved, but I think it was on purpose, but I think that'll tone down a little bit when she gets to the main roster because it's a dangerous style too.
I mean, maybe
when they're wrestling multiple times a week.
Maybe also, I'm for a long time I've not cared for Bailey at all, so I kind of tune out when Bailey.
I was gonna say I think that was a weird matchup. Bailey is not my favorite. To begin with, I want Hugger Bailey back. Like, ever since she went heel, it was cool for a little bit. And then it's not her personality. Like, I want side ponytail, arm danglies. Like, that was her peak. And I think if she came back with that, maybe that would have been more fun. I don't know. She's just a pissy little like heel now, and I just don't. I'm over her.
Well, I don't think you're going to be seeing her much longer anyway.
Why is that?
Jeremy's got the inside scoop on her contract.
Yeah, I've read quite a few places
she's
that
going
she's going over to
AEW?
AEW, and I could see that's why. If that's true from what I'm reading, then that would make sense why she was in this, kind of giving her a last send off before her contract expires and she signs somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, she's done it all here.
Could be a point.
What's left to do?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and it's a new, like
She
we talked about
clean.
this a little bit,
Give
but
her
it's
that.
yeah,
which makes even
it's a
more
new
sense too
generation
for that
of
one.
New generation of women coming in. Her time's kind of passed a little bit. Maybe she goes to AEW. I don't know, but agree with Kathy. What she's doing now with this like schizophrenic, multiple personality thing she's kind of doing, it's not really clicking. So
No.
I agree.
No.
I'd love to see Hugger Bailey come back. If you guys remember, I got a hug from an Asian man in Asbury Park for wearing I'm a Hugger shirt. I made him prove it.
Oh,
This was an NXT house show many years ago.
Yep. That's
So,
funny.
yeah.
I vaguely remember
bring
that
back
night,
the Hugger.
but yeah. That was 97 HBK, Charlie. I barely remember that night, but I remember the Asian hug.
You were right next to me, but yeah.
Is that the one that like we had tickets to, but we didn't really have tickets to, so we were just kind of like roaming around, or is that a different one?
I don't remember.
There was one where we like
there.
had tickets
was.
and like we just kept finding somewhere to sit. Like we were
did
just
move
kind of
around.
bouncing
Yes,
around.
yes. We
I
did
think
move
that
probably
was
was it.
this man.
Yeah, I mean, it was the Asbury Park Convention Center, so
Yeah.
you could pretty
That's
much do
right.
whatever you
Pull
want.
together anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Wacky.
Let's jump into the next match. We had AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. This was a good one.
Yep.
So let's start off. Charlie, you want to start us off?
I don't mean to sound like a walking contradiction because I just shit on flippy floppy wrestling, and there's a heck of a lot of flippy flops in this. But I think this one had a different tone and a different feel. And surprisingly, the only botch came from AJ Styles, who you would least expect it from.
I went back. I wasn't sure if that was on purpose or not, and I went back. I'm like, oh no, he genuinely missed.
That's
I
a
called
pet
that
peeve
when
of
it
mine too.
happened.
When they botch it, just move away from it. Nobody knows you botched it. You know, like don't go to and redo the same spot, same setup. But you know, maybe it's just maybe I'm just a misogynist and I don't like female flippy floppies. But and I got to come up with a better word than flippy floppies because I sound like an idiot. But
Or don't. Actually, I like that. I like that better.
Flippy
That's a
floppies
t-shirt
and
one
Jeremy's
day.
rump ranking.
I will say
Misogyny and flippy floppy in the same sentence is like probably the best part of that.
Yeah,
I will say though,
I thought
that
it was a decent
with that
episode.
botch,
Good, Jeremy.
So with that botch, and I noticed it right away, the fact that he noticed that he botched too and immediately went right into sync with AJ and saved it to the point where he's like, all right, let me do something and not have a lull in the middle of the match when that happened. Like that was clean, almost like it was orchestrated. Like he just
If the
picked up
commentators didn't talk about it for 3 minutes, I don't think
Yes.
you would have really noticed it. Like that was kind of
Exactly.
shitty that they were like, oh, you don't expect this from AJ Styles. He's always,
Right.
on his game. And I'm like, move on. Like you said, if it happens, it happens. And luckily nobody got hurt. And
Yep.
I mean, he actually looked afterwards like he was limping a little bit, but just move on and pretend it never even happened. And they decided to talk about it that's why I had to go back and see if it was on purpose or not. Cause I feel like when they talk about it like that, it was planned, but it definitely was not. That was 100% an accident.
You
I
saw
think this
AJ
would've
go in
been
the
a great
corner and
spot
thank
for a
him after the
title
match,
change.
100%.
Yeah, I think this would have been a great
I don't
spot
think
for a
titles
title
were on
change.
I don't think titles were on the line. So because it was I mean I don't even know. Are Javon Evans and Leon Slater a tag team normally? I know Leon Slater's the X Division champ. I don't think they're tag champs. But
No. I'm just no. Title wasn't on the line, but I'm saying make the title on the line.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, we'll go. You hated everyone here hated the first match. A lot of people in the arena, we'll get to it, hated the ending to the last match. Let's make the crowd happy at some point. I think they would have popped huge because they were really into this match.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, and
Just
I
a
think
side
this is
note.
where they did it right? You had a clean finish, and you made Javon Evans and Leon Slater look like $1 million. They had a great match. They didn't get the win, but nobody expected them to beat AJ Styles and Dragon
Right.
Lee, who are legends
No
in their
one's
own
stock
right.
goes down.
No,
Exactly.
not at all.
And I think if it would have went the other way too, it would have been fine too. If you had Javon
Well
Evans,
earned.
yeah, it would have been the young guys, showing up and winning. So I think either way, but it was, to me, this was the match of the night. It was a fun
100%.
one. Even if it had a lot of flippy floppies in it, but it was the match of the night, in my opinion. All right, let's jump in.
I was going to say, I saw some stuff like that I haven't typically seen in WWE in a while with how he was like jumping off the corner and everything. That I don't typically see. So that was really cool to see a little change of pace that way.
Yeah, and I think Javon Evans is going to be on the main roster sooner than later. And this is a guy they're really big on. So I think you'll see a lot more of that.
Yeah.
This guy's...
Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I will say this: everyone, I didn't like. I don't like Sol Ruca, but everyone that performed last night did look Raw ready, SmackDown ready. They did not look like they were behind. They did not look like inferior. Each one of them looked like you could plug them in to Raw or SmackDown right now, and it makes me wonder why they holding the card.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. Like, I think they have to compete with AEW. Like, they lost that entire category of flippy floppy people. Ricochet, Pac, all of them are now at AEW. They need that energy back because I think that's something that they really lack right now in any of their wrestlers. They have some things here and there, but as a main category, they don't really have that kind of entertainment right now, and that's what people like to watch. So
that's a good point.
I think this is really I think they're going to move up, and they're going to move up quickly, and I think they're going to bring an excitement back to what's going on.
Can I also say
I don't even watch horrible timing. Go ahead,
Charlie.
No,
I'm trying to time it up with when you guys are taking a break. I'm sorry.
It's good, Jeremy.
Go. The 540 frog splash and that frog splash from, like, he looks like he can hit corner to corner from that one from the ring. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's bouncy.
Oh, yeah. He can fly.
And they're big dudes. Like, they're not small people.
Charlie, you had another thought on this?
Or not. I forgot.
All right. So, all right, let's jump into the main event because I'm sure there is some feelings here. Everybody's got feelings on this one.
Wait. You got your tissues? Jeremy?
Jeremy, you need a minute?
I'm
all right,
fine.
Let's get into it. Cena versus Gunther. John Cena's last match. Let's start off. Let's go, Kathy. You haven't started. Let's get your take on this.
All right. I'm going to probably be the only one that says this. I hated it. So we all are in agreement. We hated it. I understand it. I understand to an extent the long-term possibility. I'm going to call it right now. We'll see Cena again. I don't think it'll be soon. I don't think it'll be long-term. I can see him pulling. I think this ended the way that it did, as shitty as it did, especially when he gave the smile. Because I unfortunately, I didn't watch it live with you guys. I ended up watching it today. So I obviously had seen everything on the internet. My husband was like, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm like, it's fine. I'm going to watch it. When I saw the smile that he gave, he was that was a choice. That was 100% the choice that he wanted to do. I can see it being his, like, 5 years from now, he'll be like, I ended on a shitty match. I want to go out with Blades of Glory and, do something like that, especially because he has this upcoming contract to be, what is it? I can't think of the
Ambassador.
word.
Brand
Ambassador.
ambassador.
I don't think he's going to be like a main guy anymore, but I do think this is going to kind of keep that open. There's no way that he agreed to something this shitty with no bigger picture in place. There's no way. I can't believe it. It was awful.
So.
It was awful.
Oh,
I mean,
Kathy,
he's beat up. He is beat up. He botched that AA on the table. Like, that was really hard to watch. And then that the bear hug, for as long as it was, maybe 30 seconds. It was 5 minutes of him just hugging him. Like, it was so lame and so boring and so awful. But I'm gonna put the business hat on and say I don't think this is it.
Charlie, before you go, I just want to say the opinions of Kathy are not the opinions of the whole show.
I know. That's why I said I started my sentence with I'm the only one. I'm going to say it was awful. I'm going to agree with everybody that it was so stupid. But I can see something out of this.
Good, Charlie.
All right. Kathy, I hate to say this. I disagree with almost everything you said. I don't think it was stupid. I think that John Cena, this is how you're supposed to go out. You go out on your back and you put the younger talent over, you do the honors. I think that John Cena wanted to go out this way with the loss, putting up. You don't think that he has the type of sway to say, I want to win my last match? I mean, they gave him the whole year.
I agree with the loss. I knew it was going to be a loss, but I didn't think it was going to be this dumb. Like, the circumstances I thought were dumb and unnecessary.
I think it's, that's how Gunther wrestles, though. It's a chop heavy style. But then, you had that wrestling part of it, and then you had the fun spots with Cena doing, I think it was 3 5-knuckle shuffles. The crowd was really into it. And then, the sleeper back and forth and powering out of the AA. I'll give him credit for the AA on the table. I thought that was pretty awesome. I didn't hate it. I thought I was going to hate the match. I didn't hate the match. And I thought that they did the right thing for business. Gunther's made. I mean, he retired Goldberg, now he retired John Cena. Yes, the fans hated it, the ending. I mean, geez Louise. They shit on that thing like, I mean, I couldn't believe it. How people were crying. Jeremy was crying.
I've never heard it so quiet. You were.
Yeah. I mean, and then when Triple H came out, just the boos and the boos. But I think Cena put up a respectable performance, being his age and the time. I think he passed the torch. He did the right thing, did the honors for Gunther, and I can't complain too much with it.
I'm going to kind of echo some of the sentiments of Charlie, but before I do that, I want Jeremy to get his argument in here. So we're balanced.
So I'm in between both you and Kathy on this one because, yes, I knew it had to be done. Gunther's an old-style wrestler with the clotheslines and everything, and that was annoying. Just clothesline and then ask him if he quits. Like, come on. Do something more in the match a little bit. That was really boring. Like 5 times I had to see that. Then him hugging him with the sleeper.
That's a style, though.
I will also piggyback. I know, but wrestling's not that
for
anymore.
5
That's
minutes,
my problem.
like that was so much.
Now with Gunther's Cena's botching of the AA, that's not on him. Gunther's a lummox. He tried moving the stairs several times. Lift it from the back when you're dragging it, you idiot.
But his gym hat's gone.
It's how you carry things. I've carried things before. The back corners were digging into the ground, so he couldn't slide it. He tried to get it closer to the table.
I'm sure
so
he had
that,
other things on his mind.
Yes, but the way it ended, I agree. The smile, I saw it. It's like, all right, that's it. But here's my issue with it. You have a guy that's never give up, blah, blah, blah. He gives up at the end, so he tells kids that it's okay to give up finally. No, go out on your back. Yeah, pass out. You can lose that way, but you didn't give up.
I
think that would have been carried over better.
I liked it. I liked the kind of the smile and okay. You know what? I gave it my best. It's over. And I'm okay with it. It's over. And Michael Cole,
I would have preferred a pin over a submission. I agree.
But I liked his call where he said, "Pro wrestling beats sports entertainment." That was a perfect. And I like it. I think it was John Cena accepting. Okay, this is it, and just that piece that goes with the acceptance. And I disagree. I like most of it.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Charlie. So let's start with the smile since we're talking about that. That smile was just John Cena acknowledging that it was over. That was it.
Yeah.
So I think he acknowledged that. I do. So I agree with the result of the match. I actually enjoyed the match. I thought it was a good match. The ending, I can give you maybe an argument there. I could see an argument there of making him quit. But it was kind of with that smile and with him quitting, it was like he knew and he was saying to everybody in the crowd, like, this is your guy now. This is the guy that I'm putting over. So I think that's kind of the whole thing on that. He wasn't quitting because 2 minutes before that, he was hulking up and getting out of the sleeper. So it wasn't him really quitting, I don't think. But I will say, as far as the match itself, I think, or let's go to the post-match. I think the fans hijacked that whole moment for John Cena. I didn't like that when they were, the things they were chanting while John Cena was trying to get his last moment in.
I just feel like it could have gone way better for him. Like, I don't think maybe he expected it to be different and they expected people to understand, but you're talking about lifelong fans and kids, like you're making kids cry again, not because you're done, but because of how it happened. And I think like there has been other matches that obviously are not, they are the last match and they do serve the purpose, but I just feel like they dropped the ball for him. Because even when, like, everybody else came out, like, they were laughing because they were like, oh, this is not what we expected. Like, I think they were taken back by how people were reacting to the match. And that poor man, Gunther, that might be almost a career. Like, there's a difference between a heel hate and, like, a real hate. And I think they, unfortunately, are getting a real hate for him and not a heel hate.
I'm going to chime in on that one. I think Triple H got more heel hate than Gunther did by the end of that night.
100%, Jeremy. Good call. Triple H got the heat on that.
But so there is video. Kathy does have a point, though. There is video of Gunther going to his car in the parking lot after the show where they were screaming some obscenities at him. But that's what I like. That's what I think.
That's great.
You
want a heel.
Exactly. People fail to see that. Gunther, in this day and age, it is very hard to make a heel that is not cool that people are not going to like. And that's exactly what Gunther did, and WWE did in writing of this. So Gunther now brings back that heel from the 80s, from the 70s, that is going to be yelled at in parking lots.
In real life, that's
right,
true.
like the Iron Sheik, and people that. So I think they did a very good job with that. Sorry. And then my other point is fans are mad that Cena lost his last match. And I know, like Charlie said, he went out in his shield, did the deed for the next guy. What did fans want, right? You can have John Cena win this match. What does that do for anybody? John Cena gets a win. And like Charlie said, there's no way he didn't have some say in this. I guarantee you, because he's one of those old school guys, one of the last few old school guys like that wants to put over that next guy. So I guarantee you he had a say in that.
Yeah.
You just built a monster heel. And here's something people aren't thinking about either. the floodgates are open now. We're entering a new era. John Cena's retired. We have AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, who are both saying they're retiring 2026. We don't know how much longer we got CM Punk. When's Randy Orton retiring? Roman Reigns doesn't have much time left, right? So it is time. You have to do things to build those next superstars, those next guys that are running the company, because you were about to lose what is, in other sports, you would say first ballot Hall of Famers, a lot of them. So now you just made Gunther that guy. He is one of those guys that's going to be one of the foundations of what you do going forward. He's that monster heel. Now you can build the face. Whoever's going to be the guy to go against him is now going to be a huge face, the guy that beats Gunther when Gunther inevitably gets the title back. I don't know when that's going to be. Yeah. But when he gets the title back, the guy that beats him is now a certified star as well. And you're building that foundation for the future.
And they also, like, they were smart about it. Like, Becky Lynch would, like, backpacked off it, too. She's like, oh, I would never submit. Like, there's definitely, they built on that also, which I thought was kind of cool. I get it.
Shout out to Becky Lynch.
I get both sides of it.
Character.
Yeah, staying in character at all times.
Gunther arguing with the kid.
I understand. You spend all that money. Everyone there wanted to see Cena win. You know, it's a big letdown to the fans. But when you like Joe laid out a perfect argument. When you logically think about it, this had to be done. This was the right way to be done. And John Cena is that. When he says the last real world champion, there's a certain amount of credibility to that. I think he is the old school guy, and he goes out on his back like you're supposed to.
Yep. Yeah. And I will say, to Kathy's point before, too, I was kind of in agreement. I think, Charlie, you said it yesterday, too, was like, he's done. He's not coming back. I don't know. I thought that at first, too. I can see, kind of like Kathy said, somewhere down the road, maybe not saying, like, that's not how I want to go out, but I could see him doing a one-off spot. So Stone Cold did it. So I could see it maybe happening. Because he loves pro
WrestleMania when they're, like, struggling. You know, they always pull in the big guys when something's happening. They ask, Undertaker has retired 7 times. Like, it's just these guys, even though they probably shouldn't be wrestling, they will come back for these little things, these big bumps, these big pushes. And I guarantee you, because you could tell even when he was watching the video that they made of him, like with everybody saying, when Vince came on and said what he said was when he got teary-eyed. So he does have that bond with him. And he's another one, I think, that if they call, he's going to be the first person to show up without even a question.
Sure.
The man would be in a wheelchair and he'd be like, yeah, I got it. It's fine. I'll do it. Like, I don't think this is our last of John Cena, even though it's been the last time for a year.
I do.
I don't think
I think in wrestling, when retirements are never really retirements, I think Shawn Michaels was the closest thing we got into that Saudi blood money came pouring in. And he came back for that terrible DX versus the Brothers of Destruction match. But that was he held it up the longest. But I think John Cena, the way they did this with the year-long build, hustle, the loyalty, respecting, he can't come back for a match. I genuinely believe that was his last match. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I've never seen a wrestler retire and stay retired. So
stay retired.
Probably be the
just
first,
please don't do it like Ric Flair when you come back with a pacemaker. Did anyone see that? He almost that. Oh my, that was. I felt so like disgusted that I actually watched that match.
Paramedics on standby.
Any final thoughts? Because this is the last time we're going to talk about John Cena. Any final thoughts?
That's crazy.
That's so weird. Like, I was watching it with my youngest, and he'll be 2 in a couple months. And, like, I can't even push it. Like, I can't even be like, oh, learn this, like, do that, because he'll never see it again. Like, I can't teach him stuff like that. And it's just it's not worth the time to do it. And it was just it's a weird book to close at I don't know. It seems, yeah, because he's young. Like, I mean, he's not young, but he's, in comparison to a lot of these other guys, he's still pretty young. Yeah. And I didn't think it was going to happen this soon.
Late 40s, right?
He looks in amazing
48.
shape.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That's a good point, too. I got my son the John Cena SummerSlam shirt when Charlie and I went, and it's too big for him still. But one day he's going to put it on. He's going to be like, who the hell is this? That would have been like my dad. Yeah, my dad buying me a Bruner San Martino shirt.
That's when you take him down a trip memory lane.
Yeah.
When they do you can't see him. No one's, how do you explain that? Well, here's this thing that he did, and we could really see him, but we pretended it was like, how do you explain that to somebody that didn't
had
grow
to be
up
there.
I think that'll be like the equivalent to the Kobe thing. Every time you throw something in the garbage and you say Kobe, you'll still do this.
Yeah.
You can't.
That's true. That's true. I like that everyone came out. I will say this. Okay, I don't know if you guys watched the post show at all. What was up with that thing with Cody? First of all, Jey Uso, I think he was high or drunk. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. What the fuck was that? But Cody lingering. Were they doing something? I'm gonna go with I'm Oracle Joe, because he picked he got almost. Thank God this wasn't counting to the standings, because this baby might be in jeopardy. But he got everything right on this card. You think, Joe, that was something that was pre-planned with Cody, or you think that was just spontaneous?
You're talking about after the match when he was standing around there?
When he was just lingering there and saying it affects him so much.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Cody wants all the limelight. I hate Cody.
Or he's going to be the guy they put in place to beat up Gunther because he hurt his friend and he beat his friend. Like, this could be, I would say it's either going to be Punk or him, just because of that. They were the first two to come out, so I can't see anybody else going to defend Cena's honor or whatever that storyline could be.
Well, yeah, I think Cody was, I don't think it was a storyline per se. My thought is he was probably kind of like you said, he's taking it in that he's the guy now. He's got to carry that weight of the company. So I think that's probably what it was. A little bit storyline, a little bit real life. That's just my take, though. I have no idea. And one call out for Gunther, too. The rumor, because Kathy said who's next, the rumor is Gunther and Brock at WrestleMania. So I don't know. But if he retires Brock,
and then if
notches
he beats
on his
Brock,
belt,
then you got the best heel for the next decade.
Yeah, I don't know. We will see.
I don't like either of them, so that's going to be a really rough one for me in general.
How could you not like
Joe a little bit right there?
I know. I am very aware.
That match is going to be equivalent for me, equivalent to when like Jeremy watches Stephanie Vaquer come out.
Wow, that's a lot. You're giving that a lot of credit.
I kid.
Well,
I will say this too. On top of that, how I feel like. Go ahead.
No.
So with me, it's, I think, bittersweet, but it sucks because I was a huge John Cena fan as a kid growing up. Fast forward like 20 years, like a lot of life has happened, and I'm finally getting back into wrestling and I'm really enjoying it again. And the one guy that I always just loved growing up is leaving. It's like when Troy Aikman retired for me as a Cowboys fan, and I was a diehard Cowboys fan. That it hit home, man. It sucks, but I'm glad it's over.
Did you cry?
I teared up at the end during the montage of the videos and just realizing that.
So did I.
Holy hell, I'm old, because look at like when he first started and all the stuff he went through, and then like all the scenes I remember watching it because I was still watching it then, and then holy hell, look at how much he's aged. Oh my God, that means I age. Oh my God, I'm getting old too. I don't like this.
I'm not putting you down, Jeremy. I was fighting back a little bit of the emotion too, not because of my love for Cena, but like you said, just I was there at WrestleMania 20, which was his first WrestleMania, that Royal Rumble where he came back super early from the injury at Madison Square Garden. I was at that Rumble with Sandy. Been there, it's just going to be so weird without John Cena.
Weird.
Yeah.
I will say WWE does a hell of a montage. That was a very good montage.
Yes, it was.
That one they did the one they did during the week where it was everybody with like holding up the sign that said "I see you" or whatever. They did some really good montages for that. So you can always count
Their
on
production
WWE for
team.
that. Yeah,
Like when
Cena,
Rusev said, "I see you."
Except this, when John Cena grabbed the camera and he wanted to film the fabled Stu, the cameraman, they didn't do the cut to the right camera. I was like, come on.
How cool would have been if he
like,
carried that camera to the ring one last time, so everybody got to be like in first person one last time.
Well, he wanted to get Stu on camera, and
Stu,
like Charlie said, they cut to the wrong camera, so you never even saw Stu.
You saw the back of his head when he took it back.
Yeah.
CM Punk is clearly having a hard time with this. He was puffy and red and crying. Like he's really having.
So was Cody.
Those videos were a little rough for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's similar to what Jeremy said too. Is like he realized he's getting old too. He's been there the whole time with him, so he's realizing his career is getting there. Yeah,
that time.
I know people have made the joke too, but about CM Punk, but. Yeah, I will say this. For being drug-free his entire life, he does look like a freaking meth head.
Correct.
With those bags and those circles under his eyes. Like,
I believe the phrase Braun Breaker used was crackhead.
A crackhead, okay. What's up with that?
Shout out Braun Breaker.
Yeah, those bags are getting a little. I mean, I get it. Again, he's in his 40s, but I think he just doesn't give a shit. There's no under eye masks for him when he goes home. I think he's just
that's
living his life.
All right, that was Saturday night's main event. Thank you, John Cena. That was hell of a way to go out, whether you liked it or didn't. Great ending to a great career. So shout out John Cena.
Yep.
We will now. I don't know how we transition from that to what we're about to go to, but
the GOAT.
We're gonna do it. So we're gonna jump into our gimmick of the week. This is weird. So if you didn't guess by now, Jeremy is dressed as our gimmick of the week, and it is none other than Kerwin White. You got it, folks. Chavo Guerrero as a suburban white guy.
This is gonna get dicey.
Really hoping Jeremy would have shaved his head and bleached it. Would have been hilarious, but couldn't convince him. So Kerwin White, here we go. I don't know whose idea this was. I always wonder, like, when they come up with these ideas, what is the end game? Because you knew this wasn't going anywhere, but we made Chavo Guerrero of the legendary Guerrero family a suburban white guy who came out on a golf cart. Now, it wasn't that he was just also a suburban white guy. He was still a Mexican guy who was renouncing being Mexican to be a white guy. So I think there's probably a lot of that nowadays in this United States climate, but
I was going to say the same thing.
Nevertheless, a lot of his vignettes, he was playing golf. There was a vignette where a backstage segment where he talked to Vince McMahon about looking for a realtor in Connecticut and if there was a polo grounds nearby. So, things all normal white guys do. Like before we were recording, I was just playing polo at my local polo grounds. So not only was Vince disconnected from minorities' lifestyle, he was also disconnected from the average white man's lifestyle.
The same Vince we know?
Drive
no.
You might play golf, but you don't drive to work in the golf cart.
Yeah, he loved that golf cart so much. He drove all the way to the ring in it. So, yeah. Played this character. Also debuted a young Dolph Ziggler going by his real name as Nick Nemeth as his caddy, which was strange.
Yeah.
And I actually watched the vignette with Nick Nemeth. He was very, very young there. He looked about 18 years old. So it was a very early start for him. But let's get into the quote as well. Anybody want to give a go at what Kerwin White's catchphrase was? Go ahead, Jeremy.
Oh, boy.
If it's not white, it's not right.
And the problem is that's not the only like super offensive thing. Like it's one thing to just have a Spanish guy be a white guy. They took it to the 10th degree on how offensive this was. It was like there's a quote of him saying, "Who's Chavo Guerrero? Probably some chub hanging out in an unemployment line hoping to find a job at the local Taco Bell." Like there's just no reason. Like he was doing the white man shuffle and he
Jeremy
was the Great White Hope. Like what? The Great White Hope? I'm pretty sure there's a white supremacist group called that somewhere. And
you know what's
there
crazy
is now,
is
I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet.
Not only does it get greenlit, right? They put money because they did the vignettes.
Money,
you know, they put money into this character. And how could you not tell this was gonna fail? And props to Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler. He was a caddy, a cheerleader, and somehow he still had a 20+ year career. So Nick Nemeth, shout out to him. But I don't know if it was this a rib. That's the only thing I could, because how does this thing get? How could you picture this getting over? Oh yeah, that's Chavito. He's a white guy now. That's funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me with Vince though. This got out.
There's multiple people involved. We can't just keep pointing the finger at Vince. There's a lot of people involved in these things.
But who has the final say?
Vince has the final. Yeah. He has the final say.
Clearly nobody of a minority color.
Clearly.
And it's, again, like I go back to, is you come up with this character. Oh, what are you saying? Fans are going to love this. Like, are you going to make this guy champion at some point? Or do you think he's going to sell a lot of merch? Like, what is the end game? Because this was stupid. Just straight stupid.
And it came in hot from the second it started. He did that interview with Maria. And she was like, oh, first of all, it was even more offensive because she's like, hola, chavo. And so already we were already in the white girl trying to say, talk Spanish. And then he's like, who is this chavo? And then he's like pretending he can't roll his R's. Like it from the get-go was already bad. So there was no build up to like it being offensive. It was offensive the second. And he was talking down on all. He goes, that's why my career wasn't going anywhere. Basically, it was because he was Hispanic. And so he's decided to join the white race and be
society.
The middle class. That's what was holding him back, was the fact that he was Hispanic, not anything else. So now that's why he decided to call himself Kerwin White. That was the introduction to the character.
Yeah.
Let alone the rest of it.
It had to be a joke. How many weeks till this guy's on Velocity? Because
well, luckily, maybe unluckily, it didn't last long. It was about 4 months. And the only reason it changed was because Eddie Guerrero passed away. And then once that happened, they kind of just brought back Chavo. They forgot Kerwin White ever existed. So
there was no transition. It literally just disappeared.
Ended. Yep. And speaking of offensive and this gimmick, we did have a host on the show who wanted to do the full Kerwin White interview as Kerwin White. but we opted against it. Might not be in the best taste. So I don't know.
It could be a
Any
little
thoughts on
tasteless.
that? Maybe Jeremy, you got any thoughts on that?
I could see how it could come off as tasteless, but at the same time, there could be some humor in it in today's society. We need to laugh a little.
And
But-
as we decided before, this is why we don't do live shows. We need to. We just edit certain things, and we monitor.
I could behave.
I think it's funny
I've done it.
how Jeremy, you find it. Slam Master Jay fits like a glove, but playing a white guy who plays golf, you can't do. And you are a white guy that plays golf.
Ironically, I do like to play golf. I just don't play that often.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just
You
saying.
did nail the
it
outfit
fits-
though. Quality.
You got the Slam Master Jay thing. You killed the Kerwin White. I don't know.
We didn't want me getting into Gimmick. That's the thing.
Well, you know what? Actually, this
I
does
vote
kind
against
of
that.
He wants to see how this pans out.
Jeremy has run the gamut of these characters in his actual life. So there was a period where he was Slam Master Jay many, many years ago. And
Yes.
now he's kind of living that suburban white dad life. So he's kind of made the same transition as our gimmicks.
Yeah.
That's
Just
it.
not
That's
inclining
what I was
alphabetical
wondering
order.
where the picking order came from. Now I understand.
It's phases of Jeremy. That's where I come
Phases
up
of
with our gimmicks.
Jeremy.
It really is. It's sad.
If there was a
We got a lot of
Emo.
episodes left. Then
emo lip to ring. Oh, wait, CM Punk. I was going to say.
CM Punk.
We could've gone with that one.
Oh,
no,
his Marilyn
don't do that
Manson's
to CM
days?
Punk. We're not doing that.
I think
We are
Catherine
not
might
doing
kill
that
him
to
if he
CM
does.
Punk. That's not allowed. I
Least
did a
I
better
think I
CM
might get
Punk.
grabbed through the screen.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. That's not it. That's not nice to somebody we actually like.
Yeah, no CM
All
Punk
right.
for Jeremy.
Any closing thoughts on Kerwin White?
Can you imagine that today?
Yeah.
I could kind of.
Actually, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's actually
More
a good
now,
point.
yeah.
That's actually terrifying to think that that would be more acceptable today than it would be.
I
back
could
then.
see the gimmick and vignettes already. So
Yes,
if
me
Vince was
too.
still in place, Triple H ain't doing this. But Vince would have had Kerwin White on a golf course doing his little vignette, and he would have had people in ice running
Yep.
in the
Yep.
background to come get him.
Yep.
Yep.
Or them just looking
It's
around
not
like,
that-
nope, he looks legit.
That's not far fetched at all. JBL, when he was transitioning to the JBL
No.
character, hunted Mexicans at the border.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that
It's
happened. That happened.
Could
Yeah,
you
it's
imagine
Linda
them as a
McMahon.
tag
Border
team?
wall.
Yeah, Linda McMahon is in Trump's cabinet. Are we living in the Matrix?
Yep. Yeah,
Yes.
we are. I know. It's wild.
How weird
I
is
guess
all of
I could.
this?
I take that back. I take that back because I think now that definitely would pull a whole category of people
Yes.
more so now than back then.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I love
we
our
are.
gimmicks.
Yep. We're here again.
All right, that was our gimmick of the week. That was our episode for the week. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, X, and Facebook. We're everywhere now. Thank you, Jeremy.
Everywhere.
We are everywhere,
Yep.
so there's
Smash
no excuse
that like
not
button.
to follow. Yeah, hit that like, watch those clips. If you want to argue with Jeremy, hit us up on our X. He will gladly argue with you there as Kerwin White. So, Charlie, would you like to take us? Charlie, are you prepared this week? Do you think you
I
got it this week?
I think I got. I mean, last week
We're
we
back
got a
to
lot
our
thrown
regular
at me.
scheduled plans now. So I
Yeah, I had to do the
like the
brother
jacket,
love thing.
Charlie,
We were
by
in the
the way.
studio. I got a belt, but I think I could do it this week. Good episode, boys and girls. A little bit of a come down from last week's, but I think we did a good job. But join us next week for another edition of Squared Circle Spotlight, where merch is mandatory, gimmicks are gold, and for every pop, we got a story.